Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in Cities Skylines, where last episode, guys, we kind of upgraded our roundabout around Oxbrook and the, is it the sandstone industry? I can't remember which industry it was right now. And we were going to a big interchange, which was really needed as we continue the expansions. It's now able to kind of handle more traffic, more vehicles, as we continue, because we can now pretty much, with what we're going to be building today, we're going to be opening up a new connection to the region, which eventually traffic will funnel through that interchange. So it's just very important that we got it all set up. You guys seem to like it too. It's a little bit different to what I normally build. But guys, welcome back to another episode. If you are enjoying the series, please make sure you do smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But today, I want to build a really old oil town. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It really does. But within the Area 51 area that we kind of created, the military base, which I do want to rename it, I want this highway, this road that kind of wiggles all the way down, to pretty much kind of continue all the way through and exit out the region. Is this played okay? See, normally you wouldn't see the edges of the map, but now we're seeing planes coming in as vehicles. But yeah, I want to exit out the region that way, thus meaning we have another connection, so traffic will just simply drive through and come through here and eventually pass through this area. So it's really important that we kind of, upgraded this. I need to change how Oxbrook connects to it, because a lot of traffic is leading down to there to kind of come back. So I get a little bit of a backlog here as some vehicles turn into there. So I need to change all that anyway. But I asked you guys for some name suggestions in the comment section last episode to what we can call it. Not only did you give me some pretty sweet name suggestions for this little town that we're going to create based on a really old oil industry. It's like it was there before our main oil industry was there. But also gave me some ideas for what I could do to the military base to give it a name as well, which I'm kind of really excited about. I like it because you can see like the lines. It looks like, it's within its own little crater, isn't it? So before we get onto all of that kind of stuff anyway, I first want to extend this road and get it all connected as an outside region. So select our beautiful highway. So I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of, it comes down to the shoreline here, and then we'll wiggle it round and then kind of bring it out. So if I kind of bring this round, so there's really no kind of logic behind it at the minute. So that does slightly go up. So I can actually kind of like bring this in and then like that. Simple, windy and bendy. Just gotta keep it real, yo. And then bring it to the edge of the map right now and take it out. Oh, I always forget that. Because that's like a modded road. It's part of the network extension mod. It can't be treated as an outside connection. We've actually got to then use the actual real version, which is a slightly different texture. It's just it's a more solid grey, and the white lines are a bit more, prominent. But that now allows us to have our outside connection. Give it a little bit of time, we'll start seeing vehicles flowing through, and I'll drive through the beautiful desert, up through the big canyons right now, which looks so good, across the big beautiful bridge. Oh, I dropped down, and then down the hill they go. Amazing. Which again is going to probably put a lot of pressure onto this, but we'll kind of solve those issues as they appear. But again, it was very important for that because, drought and flood over here right now need to pass through this to get to their places. But anyway, let's focus on what we're doing. So, the idea and reasonings behind this beautiful area right now. So basically, right, in this little section, we have a lot of oil. We have some ore up there, but we have a lot of oil here. Now, I want to create, just coming out of it, so we'll create maybe like a little dirt road that leads up to the highway right now. A smallish town that was pretty much built on the oil industry that first came to the region. So you could say, like, think back to the older days of the Wild West, when people started migrating in their thousands for the gold rush, like in the California areas, for example. And then all of a sudden, these small little sleepy towns or towns that never existed, all of a sudden just boomed because of the thousands of people that flocked there. That's kind of what this is going to be, but it didn't really take off that well. That's what we're going to kind of treat it as. So I need to pick a little bit of a point of where I can pretty much build this. So if I look at the terrain, now I could build it on this hill, So it kind of overlooks slightly the road. Oh, there's our first vehicle, first couple of vehicles passing through. That would be pretty nice, but I want to keep it all dirt roady, and if I do concrete, it'll be like the concrete plain street, which will be that. Now, I don't have any other variations of a dirt road, do I? I have these other two variations here, but I don't think they work very well. They're a little bit too bright. This one's got like grass on it. I mean, it's the wrong vibe for this area, so I think we're just going to pretty much stick with the standard dirt road. Just keep it simple and plain and basic. So if I just kind of go ahead and first create something up here, and let's use, and look at that terrain again, so I want to kind of utilize the best slope down. So I think if I went straight across there and then wiggled the road down and then connect into here about, and then we got it good, and I might then make the road kind of wiggle down to here and connect up there, so we have this alternative bypass like the original town, and then the highway can be the bypass that eventually got built later on, whereas before all the traffic would have eventually went through the town back in the olden days, and business was booming, and then when they built the bypass all the traffic stopped coming. It reminds me of the film Cars. It really does. So if I just kind of let's just select here and go that way, select there and go that way, and we're going to build it from this. So this will be the main dragger road then. So I think we'll come up here by 10, go across by 30 and down. So this will be like the little main area where we do some commercial, some residential and whatnot. And then from this we build off it, and stuff just kind of ends gradually. So it won't be, I'm not going to like fill loads and loads. I'm going to zone small little squares is what I'm going to do. Now, do we give them public transport is the next question. That's an interesting concept, whether we do or not. Do I do an old-fashioned train line? I mean, it sounds about right. This place would have had a train line at some point. I think that's as far as I want to take this. That leaded through here to kind of, you know, excavate the area and get the oil skedaddled. You know what I mean? So, okay, right. Now I want to create the road going down. So I want to utilize a lot of the natural kind of alignments of the terrain. So if I brought that down to here, and then if I'm just looking at how it bubbles slightly, and if I just kind of bend it round to here, to there, and then I'll just have like a solid straight connection. It's kind of cool because it's like, you know, they eventually built a really big bypass. Now, I'll use this little connections tool right now. Is that a new one? Unlock segment? What's all that about? What's this? Invert segment. Has this updated and no one's told you, boy? Maybe. Right, you to you. So if I select there to there. So if I got to remember all the buttons all over again. Right, why is that not now doing what I want it to do? Why can you not now connect here? What is going on? Is it too much to connect? Okay, so double click to change the center of the circle. Oh, hold on. Something happened. No. Oh, I didn't know I could do all that. Okay, that's pretty cool, but that still doesn't... Oh, that's cool. See, I'm still learning this little mod. I'm still learning it, but I'm going to press enter right now and throw that in. And then do the same thing over here. So there to there. So I want it to go from here. So some areas it will work out, but when it's a bit dramatic, you kind of can't get that effect in. Oh, There we go. Discord buttons. I gotta change my Discord hotkeys. I really do. Right, add you in, which for some reason it decided to build a bridge and at the same time dig right down. Interesting. So let me now quickly. Oh, I forgot the dirt road does a bridge. I forgot. I'll be honest with you. I completely forgot about that. So if I just upgrade that to stick to the ground. Now, do you reckon I should slope the whole road? I don't think I should. But I'll use this tool because it's quite effective. But then again, I don't need to because I can just quickly... When I'm not doing something as mental, I can just slope quite nicely here. Or should I take it from up there? Is that going to be asking for too much? Probably. It probably will be. Let's just kind of stop it there before I get too carried away. So that's a solid little connection up to here, and I want to continue it going down this way. Now, this one will be more of a dramatic drop because of, you can see how it all just falls down. So if I can just do a little bit of a wiggle here, goes down quite dramatically, keeping it straight lined. And then if I pick our point of here, and I should be able to create like a decent connection right now. So from there to there, no issues on this. Create a nicer radius. Add a little bit more funk into this. And enter. So there we go. Standardized stuff. Wiggles down quite nice. And I've just realised I've connected it to the wrong road. He do be foolish. He do be so foolish right now. So 11 by 11. Straight in. So there we go. Our beautiful little town that once was maybe the original. I wouldn't say it's the original town because that's. But then again, it's on this side of the river. I mean, yes, what you could think of it. This is. You could think back in the day. This was like the big. Like the Rio Grande River. Is that the river that separates the U.S. from Mexico? Am I correct in that? I could be completely wrong, but you get the point. This was previously Mexico. But not really. But you get the idea, right? But now it's all one place. But that's what it could have been back in the day. So we got the main drag road tearing through right now. Got all this dropping down. I'm liking the little dips and kind of digs into the earth. I like the idea of all of that. Comes right down. And then it was once potentially going to be a booming town. But then the local authorities decided to build a bypass. And now all the traffic does not even go anywhere near here. Shocking, mate. Shocking. So let me quickly zone the areas then. So this is obviously our Area 51. But we're not going to call it Area 51. Someone said to call it Area 52. Which I thought, you know what, that's hilarious. So the real Area 51, don't copyright strike me. Area 52. And there we go. And then we're going to zone this area. So this town is actually going to be almost integrated with the oil industry. So I do that there. And someone told me to call it Crude. I do apologise for who this person was. But to call the little town Crude, because crude oil. You get it, you get it. Yeah, you guys got it. Amazing. So what I'll do first, then we're going to quickly pause the game. And this is how we're going to do the zoning. So it's all going to be commercial, this main drag here. So if I do like a 4x4, come down to a little 3x2. So it's going to be like this. You get it? And that's how the town is going to be built upon. So this one I might kind of do like a little freeway kind of section. And the town is built upon just small little kind of buildings like that. Nothing too major. And then when it comes to residential, it's pretty much more of the same story. So that's kind of how I want to do it. How I want to build it up. We'll have bigger houses in some sections, smaller houses elsewhere. But before we kind of completely fully rock and roll with it, we're going to get this all the way down. Follow the main kind of dragger roads. before we connect up. This is a little bit all over the place, this water. But then again, this town is all over the place. So there we go. We're all connected there, which is amazing. For power, I managed to find this on the workshop. Puts up to 8 megawatts, and they're like old-fashioned wind turbines, which I thought were really, really cool. We could, you know, utilize them. Drop a couple down here. Maybe a couple just there as well. Look at them. Made out of wood and rusting steel, I think. And they'll just blow in the wind. Amazing. Amazing. So, it will have the power. It doesn't quite have the water, so we'll kind of add in a little bit of a water tower. Just kind of add that. I don't think these need... what's the word? Do they need power? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. But we do need to handle their sewage, which is also a slight little problem for us. So, what would be the best bet for us to handle the sewage? I mean, I can bring it straight over from... If I did that, then I don't need to add this in. Because sewage is my next problem. So if I just bring it across the river for now. Have a direct connection to the water source. So in play mode then, we should be up and running. Which we are. It's going to need power, which we'll eventually will get. So if I just kind of zone in a few more little hotspots, that will eventually bring the power over to these areas. This is going to be very interesting to see how this little town grows. It really is. So we'll need all the local stuff then, all the little services and whatnot. So as it does its little building-wise stuff right now, we then also need to try and incorporate the oil industry within it. So rather than having the oil industry kind of built down the road, it's going to be built in the town, which is going to be amazing. So I think what we'll do, we'll drop the main building. Let's just say here for now. So the main building gets thrown in right there. So while the town unfortunately didn't go on to get upgraded or kind of expanded, all the money that was made from the oil company here got spent on the oil company. That's why the buildings look a little bit more modern than the area itself. Right, so... And then we've got like the worker barracks that I can kind of throw down in general areas to kind of... How do they look? Yeah, little worker barracks just over there. So they're also part of the town. And I'll dot these around as if, you know, they're fully integrated. I'll do one more. There we go. So little bits and bobs for the town right now. It's called the Willow Refining Site, which we'll name the Crude Oil Co. If you guys got a better name for this, just let me know in the comment section. But the Crude Oil Co. is what we'll kind of go for now. So we've got everything in there. We're just not producing any oil just yet. Now they do emit a little bit of pollution. So what we'll do is we'll kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll drop 4 over there, just kind of slightly out of the way of the town, even though they're going to cause some pollution for these guys. And we'll go for some larger ones. I could do like a large couple, just 2 just there. Again, it's not going to be a huge oil company. It's probably not even going to make us that much money. And I don't think it's actually going to produce anything like, you know, like petroleum. Or what's the other thing it produces? Petroleum and plastics. It's just producing oil. That is literally all this is going to do. And this is Crude, guys. This is the small town of Crude right now. So again, just kind of bulk it up a bit. A few more residents. Keep everyone happy. Do a few more over here. So look at the draw where they're going to be living. Some will live in the polluted zone. Some won't. There we go. There we go. So Big chunks of commercial down so they can do all their shopping. Nice little bit of residential nearby. It's got potential for 337 workers, but right now in Crude we have a population of 30. So yeah. And it's all low density buildings as well, so they aren't really going to get too many people living here. So we also need to take care of the services nearby then. So when it comes to like a little medical center, I could drop down a small clinic, which we'll put on the main drag. The fire station stuff, do I have like a small fire station? Or is it like the default one? It's going to be the default one, which I'll also throw down just there. Policing, do I have like a small-ish police station? I feel like I should have. Or is it again more of the default one? We have the... Oh, that's too big. What's that there? Nah, it's a bit too big as well. Oh, no, prison watchtower, no. We've got there the deluxe. No. Okay, we have to go for the default one. Which I'll place this one just over here. And death care, I think a graveyard might be the one for these guys, or do I do a crematorium? I mean, a graveyard, eventually I'm going to have to empty it. Should I just keep it to the old standard creme? We'll put a little bit up there, slightly out the way. And then we'll add in a local school to Crude. Where's the best place to put this school? I could drop it just there, which is fine. Local elementary school to give them the basic level of education. Just enough that they can read and write. And then we're all good, boys. We're all good at this point. Yeah. Small, beautiful little town. It'll be interesting to see how this now progresses and like goes. So, do I implement a train line? Is it worthy of a train line considering how close to the edge of the region they are if they want to export outside of it? I think until we decide if we're doing anything else over here, I don't think I'm going to drop in another train line just yet. Not just yet anyway. So they're already producing. This is screaming out for not enough buyers for the product. See, that could be my next issue. But we'll see. I think what I need to do as well, I'll drop down some storage. So storage that they can utilize. Is that the... It's the smallest one I've kind of got. So I might need to extend the road slightly somewhere. Where would be the best option? Just here maybe to drop down. Storage area. Yeah, why not? Oh no, do you know what? I could have just put it here. Right on the corner. That would have been better for us. So them free trucks right now are going to turn around. So at least if we can't sell it, at least we can go on to store it. At least we can go on to store it. So beautiful little town right now. The town of Crude. Not bad, not bad. Planes all looking good in Area 52. Of course they are, mate. Getting 74 passengers every week. Nice. It's actually all coming along quite nice, isn't it? So, let's take a look at this little problem we've got here that I've now created for myself in Oxbrook. The problem is, this here slows everyone down because they have the opportunity to make that little turn, which then eventually backs everybody up. So what I could do for this, I could determine it where you can't turn on these roads. That is straight ahead. That is also straight ahead. But that you're either turning this way or you're turning in this way. That is literally all you get to do. Thus eliminating these guys' ability to turn to there. So all they can do right now if they wanted to get in here is go all the way down, round and in, and then drive back down. But what I could do for them on this, which I don't know whether this is a little bit too close, is... See, this might be a bit too close. Right, we'll try it. I'm trying to get a better connection. I will try this and do the exact same thing. So, straight over. Straight over. So you can get in and out on both sides of the road, if that makes sense. I'll see how long that lasts. I don't know if these guys are already predetermined on a certain path. I don't know. But we'll see how long that lasts. We'll try and go a little bit of a fast forward. It'll take a while right now for that backlog to kind of then slowly push through. But how far does it go down? All the way down to here. Wow. Bit of an issue that is, isn't it? But they're not moving anyway, so that should clear just nice. So Oxbrook is still kind of connected, but depending on which side of the road you're on, it still allows you to access Oxbrook anyway. So it doesn't really stop much traffic. It keeps the kind of the flow going. And nobody's any the wiser about how dramatic the whole area is. So that will slowly clear anyway. I think at some point we got to take a look at adding a few more palm trees to the area. Oh, do you know what I forgot to get, guys? I asked you guys to give me that that brush for planting trees, and I've already forgotten the name of it. If anyone knows the route where you can like do thick forests with the tree brush, let me know in the comment section right now, because I've instantly forgotten it, and I've forgotten what episode I asked you guys for it. It will make painting all this so much better. A little fountain in there would be pretty cool too. But yeah, I've got to add some more trees for more decorations and whatnot. But yeah, the traffic is moving slowly. It is slowly moving. It's like they go, they break, they go, they break. But yeah, even though that backlog's building up, it will move. I promise you this right now, it will move. I just gotta wait for these damn folios to pass through. So foolish. So foolish right now. But yeah, not too bad. So it'll be interesting to see then how this industry goes along. So it is losing a little bit of money right now. But we'll see what happens as time goes on. It's almost got that completely full. They could be focusing on filling this up first before they start exporting the majority of it, which will be interesting. And I'm liking these little wind turbines too. They're like the historic wind turbines that they don't want to get rid of. So, oh, that'll be another issue. Garbage. Yes. So, a garbage truck has to drive 1,000,000 miles to get over here. So that's what I mean then. At some point, do I add in a little bit of a river crossing? Do I do a bridge that goes over that connects up? How do we go about doing it? I'm not 100% sure just yet. But yeah. Not too bad. We'll see how it all goes. So there's little stories that keep unraveling throughout the whole area of Dead End. I'm liking Crude. Got so much space around it to do stuff with, to kind of add in unique kind of buildings and whatnot. We'll keep an eye on how busy these little junctions do become. Then I might bulk them up to a little bit of a 4-lane to kind of enable or create the ability of turning lanes. But I don't think it'll be too bad. But you never know. Because out of nowhere, you have one little turning road and all of a sudden you got backed up for days. Which, it is moving. It's just very slow. They just love to keep stopping and starting here. I think because some vehicles all of a sudden decide to kind of merge in. There's not like a random node there, is there? No, it's your standard stuff. It's actually all quite flowing right now. The little backlog is further down the road. But it's nice to see though, because now you kind of see this monstrosity. Where they go from a single to a double to a single, and they've all got to crisscross over one another. But in a real world, we never normally have this type of traffic. But it's kind of nice to see it, because you can kind of figure it all out anyway. Oh snap, they lost their last 2 games. Who are these guys? Get them out of here. Get Drought FC out of here. But guys, we're going to end it for now anyway. I hope you did enjoy this little episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.